I found a sharp and pointy object in my father's toolbox. Could it be an engraving tool? Well, it's a double-ended scribe that will give you a precise mark or line on metal and other hard materials. I found these clamps that pinch together all the way when you pull the lever down. What are they? They're string clamps for aligning suspended ceiling grids. What is this unusual thing I found in my grandparents' house? If you found this object on your patio, would you know what it was? The smart folks at Reddit identified it as a patio table light. I guess the LED lights up the table from below. That's pretty cool. What is this half yellow, half transparent, washed up on a northern African coast? This big mysterious ball is a buoy for measuring waves. It won't do much good on land, so they should just push it back into the surf. Some metal sticks I found in my great-uncle's house. What are they? You're looking at a simple game that can also be played with matchsticks. The markings on the case suggest it was a giveaway from a pharmaceutical company. I just found this in a backpack I ordered online. The flexible bit had a metal end. So I plugged it into itself and it immediately began ticking ominously. It sounds like some kind of time bomb, but it's totally safe. This is a battery-equipped anti-theft device and it's ticking because the battery is low. I found this on the beach in Sandy Hook, New Jersey. What is it? This object was actually once part of a living thing. It's a pharyngeal tooth plate of some kind of fish. What is this strange suitcase device? The antique shop owner is trying to find answers too. This appears to be an exposure table for making silk screens. It can be set up on a set of legs, over a light source. What is this metal covering on the floor inside of new house, screwed to the ground? Here's a handy gizmo that I didn't know I wanted. Basically, the cover can be pried off to reveal some power outlets, super handy for lamps that aren't near a wall outlet. This picture was taken during a rainstorm in South Africa. Is that some kind of a light from heaven? This isn't some kind of portal to the heavens, it's simply a camera glitch. A raindrop was whizzing by the lens and got illuminated by the camera flash. What is this random gauge thingy found in a box of military radio manuals? Since it's labeled malfunction isolation, it's a safe bet that this device is used to troubleshoot electronics in aviation systems. Something my friend found in the woods. Any ideas? This slab of concrete looks like a small bench, but it's actually a shooting rest. A place for people to steady their arms while taking part in target practice. This was moving like a slow boat, and had a guy's head poking out on top. Until it was identified, this was literally a UFO, an unidentified floating object. Turns out it's a weird homemade boat called the Bubble Boat. What is the gold tap thing above the stove and what does it do? These tap-looking things are taps. The idea is that chefs can easily fill large pots with water without having to lug them back to the sink. Approximately 5 feet long harness quality leather with signs of sweat marks from animal use. Horse family does not recognize it as horse tack. Even though a horse family didn't recognize this, it is indeed related to horses. It's basically a decoration that hangs from the saddle. Scoopy doodad found in a junk drawer. What is it? Here's a highly specific tool that was once part of a sunbeam mixer. It's designed to steadily drip oil into a blend of mayonnaise. What is this old mechanical device found in a dumpster? It is extremely heavy. Before we had cell phones, we had pocket calculators. Before we had calculators, we had mechanical calculators, also known as adding machines, like this one here. I found this in a sewing kit. It is metal and pretty thin. I can't decipher the etching on the whiter part. Here's a device that's kind of gross. I also had no idea it was a thing. This tool is designed specifically for picking earwax. Something strange I saw outside my window. It looked like a briefcase or lunchbox at first, then it opened to a screen and knobs. It was held up and seemed like a single picture was taken. There's a lot to unpack here, but the answer is pretty simple. This is a device to measure local field intensity for AM and FM radio signals. What is this keyhole in the wall, next to an outer door? This is a handy little device that some buildings install to make it easier for the fire department to access a key in case of an emergency. My security camera caught this individual with a large device, possibly scanning for something? Putting aside the fact that this may be an alien or not a human, they're holding a device that scans for cars with keyless entry. What is this little silver box? Looks like a pendant for a necklace. It could be a pendant if you really wanted it to be, but it's actually a small box for matches. What is this very heavy brass pot I found while thrifting today? A pot is pretty on the nose, though it's more specifically a planter. A beautifully ornate one at that, featuring a form of Arabic calligraphy on it called Kufic. What is this glazed ceramic with open mouth? With the angle, it's a little hard to spot, but the tail of this creature is actually unglazed ceramic. This is important seeing as it's an automatic plant waterer. Stick the tail in some soil, pour water into its mouth, and the water will seep through the porous tail into the dirt. I found this in a friend's front yard. Couple inches long, maybe some sort of clamp? It is mostly used to open cans of primer or glue. The round end goes around lids and helps pop them open without risk of damage. What is the purpose of this ring? This ring's purpose is purely decorative. It's left over from the 2012 Olympic Games in London, meant to symbolize the Olympic rings. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.